I'm Penelope Reed. I'm producing artistic director at Hedgerow. We have a team, a collaborative group of actors, artists, theater artists, artisans, wonderful staff, fabulous board, a guild of audience members who really believe in Hedgerow, many volunteers, and most of all we have our audience and our students. And we try things to get people's consciousness alive. Sometimes I say we like to be about the soaring spirit of humanity. And nothing could be more soaring than Sojourner truth.
Hello, I'm Zahara McGill, and I am the founder and producer and artistic director of First World Theater Ensemble. And I am, of course, the star of Sojourner. I portray Sojourner Truth here at Hedgerow Theater. The first act basically takes you on a journey introducing who Sojourner Truth was, starting from the age of 2 years old, and how she developed into this wonderful, fierce, as we call it, African modern-day warrior.
My slave name is Isabella, but y'all knows me as Sojourner Truth. Now, I was born in Hurley, New York, and the year I know is 1797. Now, I don't remember much about my younger years. I remember about 2 years old, everybody was all shook up. A man named George Washington died. Shoot, you should have seen the way the white folk carry on. You would have thought Jesus Christ was crucified all over again. Of course, didn't call much stir in the black community, though. We ain't never had respect for him nohow. I remember him and his buddy Thomas Jefferson used to be slave holders, always talking about freedom while holding my peoples in bondage. I ain't never had no use to no hypocrites. Either you is or you ain't. Ain't no two ways about it.
She is a perfect example of keeping hope in the middle of adversity. She was the person of all of the freedom seekers. She had the highest bounty on her head, and I think it's because she was so smart. And when you look at her and you hear about her and you know that Abraham Lincoln confided in her, that this was an extraordinary person. Right away, a lot of people think of Southern slavery. But this reveals Northern slavery. The fact that the Dutch and the English in the North actually had slaves, and to see some of the cruelty that Sojourner had to experience is really unbelievable.
Why, you dumb heifer! I said I wanted a frying pan. A frying pan! Does this look like a frying pan to you? Well, answer me, does it? Are you trying to get insolent with me, gal? I'll teach you to give me sass. When I put my hand up to protect myself, she mistook it for further defiance. Then she forced my hand into a boiling pot till I fainted from the pain.
It was a very cruel and harsh thing for any human being to endure. And this woman truly endured some things that happened in her life as a slave. And some of these things you will see in the first act. However, there are happy moments. She had this wonderful sense of humor.
School child, where have I been? Like I always say, if you don't die from the coop, you're gonna die from the collar. I remember once a kid, white fella called me a hypocrite because of my affliction. Now, I was dressed in a temperance game, and all the while I was speaking, the white folk was spitting chewing back on the floor, and we was in church. Well, I couldn't take it no more, so I spoke on it. I told them, how could we kneel down for prayers on these here floors? I told them if Almighty Jesus would return, he was scrounging from the church. A couple of fellas got quiet and didn't. I remember one of them asking me if and I believes in the Bible. Cause fool, I told him, why else I'd be speaking in the church? Then he said, no unclean thing can enter the kingdom of heaven. And what could be more unclean than the breath of a smoker? Well, quick as a wind, I looks that old fool in the eye and I says, yeah, but when I die, I expect I'll be leaving my breath behind me.
She touched on just a little bit of how her name came about, Sojourner Truth. You'll understand why God and her had that talk, and he told her that is going to be your name, Sojourner Truth, because you are going to sojourn for the rest of your life for the truth, and that's into bringing slavery to an end.
Slavery, that evil, cruel institute that allows some to be humans and others to be beasts. Slavery. I saw then, clear as day, what my mission was to sojourn, to become a sojourner truth, to go anywhere, even to the gates of hell, to the belly of the beast, and confront this evil and stamp it out, or die trying by God.
And indeed, she was not just for African Americans, but she was for human rights of all kinds. And she was an early voice for this. And she's an example of how many other voices we may have missed because we weren't treating people equally. So there's really resonances of groups of people, abolitionists, the Quakers who couldn't announce what they were doing, and these incredible African Americans of the time, all doing really dangerous work for the idea of freedom. And we sort of need a little more of that spirit in our lives as we meet the major challenges that confront us.
I just want people to walk away understanding who we are as a people. For years and years and years, people have always assumed what we are, who we are. We're not here to offend anyone, but it is what it is. This is the way it was for us as a people coming to America. We still have a long way to go. We're happy that things are moving forward in America, but we still have some more steps to take. And I'm honored that you, the audience, will sit here tonight and enjoy this performance and understand who we are as a people.